was enrolled in commerce, which was the easiest division of Queen's to get into at that time in 1967. And I was taking full year courses. I failed, and failed is almost too mild a term, my calculus in first year. So I ended up teaching math and failed calculus in first year. I hadn't really gone to more than a couple of classes. And why I even thought I should show up for the term test is remarkable in retrospect. I guess because in high school, just more or less going to most of the classes and as a social event was sufficient to at least give you a chance to kind of fake it in exams. But of course, calculus is very difficult to fake. And and at that time, I didn't even understand that you could drop courses. So my transcript still has a not written for the final exam, which I didn't show up for in calculus, which averaged in as 0 that year. And I also didn't pass economics that year. So my average in first year at Queen's was 46 or 47 or point something. I suspect that's the lowest first year average of anybody currently teaching at Queen's, but I could be wrong about that. I'd be delighted to talk to somebody who has a more appalling first year experience. But it wasn't a bad first year experience, but I just really wasn't a student. I didn't go to class. I passed things you could fake, like commerce itself and English and even philosophy. But I've often thought that if I hadn't failed that calculus course in first year, if I had managed to kind of fake it and get a 51, I wouldn't certainly have taken the course again. When I took the course again, I actually took the course. I went to the classes, I did the assignments, I wrote the exam with a migraine headache and still got an A. And that was really one of the things that kind of moved me toward becoming a math major. I wasn't a math major immediately, but as I was stumbling along for a while in art history, as an art history major, at the start of one year as an English major, very briefly, where I dropped completely out of school that year. So I was being steered by life, and one of the things that steered me was that success in calculus when I actually went to class and did some work. A lot of teachers here at Queen's really can't identify with the slackest, laziest students. But of course I can, because I was once the slackest, laziest student. And so I identify with those students, I can talk to those students. It takes me a little while to convince them that I really do understand, but I think it actually makes me better at my job now. So, and I certainly enjoy my job now. I mean, I think teaching at Queen's is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful bonus in my life and a blessing. So, thank you. Is that about right amount, or?